Clear?
Welcome to the Gore Keeper. That's our new intro video.
That was incredible, man. That was great. Like, you can't tell I can't stop smiling right now. That was epic.
Thank you.
Wow.
Today we're in for another episode of Tyler's First Time. He has no idea what we're watching. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. Whenever you're ready, if you want to say anything before I show the picture of what you're gonna watch.
I'm excited. Remember, guys, we're using that phone app. So remember that we are keeping track of everything on Letterboxd. I am the horror review. So far, we have 3 movies on there. The Thing, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and most recently, The Loved Ones. So I'm excited to see what we watch today. It's going to be a very hopefully fun day. We'll see. What are we watching? What are we watching?
All right, it's a classic this time.
Okay.
Not a hidden gem. This week we are watching Friday the 13th. I know you've been wanting to for a long time.
I've been wanting to for so long. So is this that was the original movie poster for it?
Yes.
Okay.
I can pull it up again.
Man, could you just imagine being like a teenager, like 16 years old when this movie came out, walking like on the sidewalk by the movie theater and you see Coming Soon and you see that and it's summertime, like holy smokes. Now, I've been begging for this movie for a long time, I feel like, for multiple reasons, because like for example, like I've had this sticker in the back of my phone probably for 2 years just because it's cool. Like, I've even got a Friday the 13th Funko Pop sitting on my shelf. What else? Even Halloween, I dressed up as Jason, and I've never seen this movie, but like I kid you not, like I'll send you the pictures of what I looked like, but there was this giant street in the town that I live in that had trick or treat open for, people, due to COVID or whatever. They, just had like this one area. And here I am. I'm just with my family, full Jason gear. I got the music playing like a 10-hour loop, like just a or, like whatever that music is. And I'm just walking down the street, like, just mean staring people. Like I purposely walked like to the empty spot underneath the street light and just stand there, So like I love Jason. I don't know much about him, but just the character in itself, I absolutely adore. And I kind of know via the video game how I think the first movie goes, but I'm not quite sure. So I'm super excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I hope you're not disappointed with this one.
Yeah, if
that'd be a huge letdown.
If it's anything like any other recent events where I get my hopes up and get let down, it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
But there's a ton of more movies, right? Like how many sequels are there to Friday the 13th?
If you count Freddy vs. Jason and the remake, I believe there is 12.
Wow.
12
so
total.
Like that's a lot of content that you could watch potentially, even, if this is kind of good. Like, I think there's probably one other one in the series that we could probably watch, right? One or two.
We could probably watch all of them, honestly.
Oh, well, yeah,
They all have their own merits, Like
yeah.
my
I don't know.
personal favorite is number 4, Final Chapter. That's
Okay.
my personal favorite one. But yeah, Friday the 13th, the first one is a classic for sure.
Right.
So yeah, I'm excited for you to finally see
I'm,
it.
I'm, you don't even, I don't even know how to explain how ready I am for watching this. This is going to be a fun time for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
So it is
yeah.
on Stars.
Okay.
So I need to subscribe to that really quick, and I need to go
Same.
watch it because I need to refresh my memory. So I'm gonna watch it too. It's been years since I've seen this one,
Oh,
so I
really?
better rewatch it myself.
Huh. Yeah. I've never been in a place in my life where someone's like, "Hey, want to watch Friday the 13th or anything like that." Um, so this is gonna be fun. I'm excited.
All right. Well, that's the intro,
Okay.
and now we will go away for a little bit. There'll
Yep.
be a little title screen, everybody, and then when we come back, it'll be Tyler's reaction after he has seen the movie. So stick around with us for his reaction to Friday the 13th.
Right.
Ooh, are we gonna do that? Ooh.
Ooh.
Welcome back. It's been a day with this movie. I found myself rewatching it and liking it a lot more than I first did on my first viewing. But obviously, I'm gonna hand it over to you a little bit.
Well, if you couldn't already tell, today I fell in love with a horror movie, and it is officially, right now, my favorite horror movie of all time.
Really?
Which is really weird to say because in watching this, I don't know, maybe I missed it, but did they even show Jason in the hockey mask? 'Cause I don't think they do. Do
No,
they?
Jason is the boy that pops out of the
The
water
boy
at
at
the
the
end.
end. Yeah,
That's it. That's the only Jason you get in this movie.
and that's what I was thinking, and strictly because of that, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wait, Gorekeeper. I gotta watch the second one like ASAP. I must know.
Yeah.
But you know, when I think of a horror movie, like just a synopsis, story, like your generic, story of a horror movie. This is the exact kind of movie I would think of. Kids trapped in the woods, or kids in the woods, someone scared of getting them, and just the fact, like, it's like this movie is perfect for me. Number one, I have a Jeep. I love Jeeps. They reference them. They drive them. Super cool to me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Just being out on a lake, summer camp. I mean, being a Minnesota boy, I know you can relate to the lake scene, the sounds. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, just the music and the sounds of this movie, like the birds, the loons, like the instruments of suspense. Like, this is a super suspenseful movie, and even though a lot of times, like, unfortunately, because I had to watch this in my car, a lot of scenes were extremely hard to see because it was so dark. But
Yeah, I found that to be the same on my TV too. It's like, especially when they're out walking around the rain, I was like, what's going on? I can't really see. It is a dark movie. It's hard to kind of see sometimes. Oh, you're muted.
can't hear you.
Oh,
Someone tried
yeah, I
to
can hear you now.
it out. But I mean, and I live on a lake. Like right now, I'm staying on a lake and wake up to it.
Your mic cut out again.
Really like hits home. Like chimes in on a lot of my like daily lifestyle. Like what I hear, what I see. Um, and I always like secretly wished I could have went to a summer camp
Yeah.
and after seeing this, like I wish there was like a comparable, like, I don't know, like like a fan fiction, like, we pay money to go stay at Camp Crystal, you
There
know.
is.
Is there really?
With a Jason actor there, and you're supposed to survive the night. That's a real thing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
I
forget
already
where it is.
because I already know, excuse me, in Lake Crystal, I think, Minnesota, or there's a lake here in Minnesota where they have a Jason statue at the bottom of
Yep.
the lake. Like, I want to go there. There's so many things that I want now just because of this movie, and being a nerd, like, there's this really nice NECA Camp Crystal Lake, like Jason setup, like type thing. And it's like, I love dioramas and arts and crafts and making things. It's like, man, all the cool, like, figure photography I could do with a Jason figure. And, you know, it was like, oh, just every aspect of this movie. And there wasn't too much gory scenes. I mean, there's
No,
like,
for it's quite tame to compare to most stuff.
yeah. And the biggest cringeworthy scene is where the dude is laying on the bed and something drips on his forehead, and he's just like, what? And then a hand comes up around the bed and grabs him, and you don't see, like, I always assume machete, but this was like an arrow, I think is what it might have been,
Yeah,
pierced right through him. And holy crap, that got me real good.
that was Kevin Bacon.
Was it oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just every part about this movie I loved. um and I was able, this type of movie, I was able to submerge myself into the universe. And I wasn't trying to, you know like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, I wasn't trying to guess who the killer was because I wanted to be surprised. So I was just trying to watch it and enjoy it. I wasn't trying to think too much into it. I was just, taking it as it goes, pretending
Mhm.
like, I was, I don't know what year this movie came out, but if I would have seen this in the theaters, like, I wanted to have that genuine reaction to seeing it without trying to play a guessing game. And I know that everything gets ruined over time, and I've seen a lot of that Friday the 13th gameplay. So part of me was thinking that it'd be a little bit like that, but this actually wasn't. So
So let's talk
yeah,
about the big twist in the movie that a lot of people don't know about. They just assume, but like obviously the killer is not Jason in this movie. It's his
yeah,
mom,
yeah,
which I thought might ruin it for you because I know you wanted to see Jason with the
yeah.
hockey mask and all that. So I was a little worried it was going to get ruined for you with the twist ending. But how did you feel about it?
So, I mean, I'll be honest, the whole movie, I'm just like waiting for him, waiting for him, waiting for him, and he never comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think we've talked a little bit before about some of the different NECA Jason figures and which
Yep.
one I want. And I trying to decide, and it, because I had never seen any of them, it was a little confusing. Like, some of them would come with, a headstone for Jason. And then there's another one for, I think her name's Pamela.
Yep. Pamela.
Yeah.
That's his mom.
So one of them comes with a headstone for Pamela Voorhees. So I'm just kind of like, oh, what's going on? I'm confused. I'm indecisive, and I want to get the best one. And once once she showed up and got out of the Jeep, and she said her name was, I think didn't she just say her name was Pamela Voorhees?
She said her name was Mrs. Voorhees.
Mrs. Voorhees. So
Mm-hmm.
right there, I was just like, ooh, okay, And then once I seen how crazy she was starting to get, I was kind of like, oh, okay, so maybe we're not gonna get Jason. And then the fighting, it was great. I did not expect that sword, beheading at the end.
Yep.
But that looked epic. I loved that because, the longer you see Pamela, the more you hate her. Like,
Yep.
I wanted her to die. She gets under your skin, and
I don't know. Some of the fight scenes were quite humorous to me, like just the
Yeah,
backhanding, and it's like
it was a little Three Stooges.
it's yeah. I mean, it's just like, come on, young chick, like fight back. She's an old lady. Like
Yeah,
you're young and fit. Um, but yeah, just the head chopping off was epic. Uh, and then it's like immediately after that, the change in the music to the happy ending music.
hmm
And I've been around long enough to know that most horror movies never have happy endings. And knowing that you said there's like 12 sequels, like obviously it ain't over yet.
yep,
And I was waiting for it. And then, it goes to daytime. You see her sleeping in the water with her hand in, or sleeping in the boat on the water with her hand in the water. The police show up and they shout for her. That's then when I thought, okay, hockey mask Jason, please. And instead it was the other Jason,
little boy Jason.
which was still freaky but cool. And like literally because I didn't see hockey mask Jason, that's why I might somehow figure out how to watch the second one today. I don't know yet because
It is on Stars.
but I need more. Like it's just everything was just too perfect. It's right up my alley. I already had this weird and fascination for Jason Voorhees before this movie. And I've shown you all my Funko Pops and just all the weird collectible type shit. And I even dressed up for him as Halloween. It's mostly a spoof to just kind of like play a prank on my dad, because I went over there unannounced, dressed up like him to mow his lawn, and I thought it was the funniest damn thing. And then it just kind of
I was wondering why when you sent me those pictures you were mowing the lawn.
yeah, it just kind of evolved from there, and the likeness grew more and more and more. And now seeing this, it's like, oh man, like I specifically went to Target to look for a figure to buy, and they didn't have it.
Did you go to the Hutch Walmart or Wilmer?
Wilmer. And
Okay, Hutch might have it because I've seen some Jasons there.
yeah, believe me, I know, I know they are. But I also I want to find this on Blu-ray and buy it. And like if I can get 1 through 4, 1, 2, and 3, like that's how much I like this. Like it is good enough to be in my PC, like my personal collection of movies that I just like to have and own. And
I do have the whole collection on DVD, so if you want to borrow it or something,
maybe
you're more than welcome to.
I can always watch the second one on Stars.
I think they have most of them on Stars. I think all of them, but Jason Goes to Hell is on Stars.
And one thing, totally off topic, but we have Disney Plus, we have all these other streaming platforms. They need to have one just for horror movies, man.
Shudder.
Is that okay? So there is one.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
I don't know anything about this, but it's just like, man, what a perfect thing for like someone like you and lots of other people. And anyways, I don't know where I'm at with my ratings for things on
That's what I was just gonna ask you. What would you rate this movie? And as always, what was the defining scene in this movie? To me, it's Jason popping out of the water at the end.
Boy, it's so hard to. I think, yeah, I think that because it sets up the next movie so well, and I don't know. There's too many parts I like in this movie, like the whole, camp scene. When I think the girl I think it might be Kevin Bacon. She's talking about her dream with the raining blood.
Yep.
I really enjoyed that scene. There's just, I don't know, so many things, like them talking about what's happened at Camp Crystal Lake, just, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of lost for words, man, because
Yeah, that's all right.
we're rating out of 5 stars.
Yep.
I can't give it a 5 because I want, there to be potential for something to be better. But right now, 4.9.
Ooh, that's the highest we've gotten so far.
Yes, and this was without Jason Voorhees like hockey mask
Hmm.
in it. You know,
I'm curious to see if you saw all of them, which one would be your favorite? For me, it's Final Chapter, and I
Which-
really enjoy Jason X a lot.
yeah, final chapter, isn't that number 4?
Yes, number 4. Yep, that's my personal favorite. And then Jason X is probably one of the worst Jason movies of all time, but it's the most fun, I think. So I really like that one.
Yeah, and I don't know, like I think one of the main reasons why I'm rating this so high is because I was able to fully visualize myself in this scenario in a situation like this. I can relate to so many things in the movie, and that's one thing I've always I think I've always said on here is that if it's something I can believe like realistically happening, it's gonna scare me a lot more. And just all the sounds, like just everything, the scenes, the sounds, the music, like it was hitting on all cylinders for me.
Yep.
It really, really was.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal movie.
So, yeah, man, I'm excited. I might just watch number 2 tonight. I don't know.
I would
But-
encourage you to do so. It sounds pretty good as well.
Okay.
But yeah, so 4.9.
4.9, baby.
I did good.
You did great. I've been like this was like my number 1 that I've been wanting to see, and
It delivered.
this whole time I thought that hockey mask Jason Voorhees was in this, and now he's not, and it's like it's just opened up a wormhole of things. Like I gotta watch 2, 3, 4. 4 is supposed to be so good. I really want to watch Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, we have to do Freddy vs. Jason at some point.
And like now I need to get a Jason figure, and this summer like I'll go take the canoe out and like do some figure photography, having them stand just out of the water on the shoreline. Like,
That'd be sweet.
what have you done to me? What have you done to me, Gorekeeper?
I turned you into a horror movie lover. That's what I did. And I know what we're going to do for the next episode as well. And I think it's going to really get under your skin. And it's another classic. So it's one you have to see. But stay tuned for that announcement. Kill her, mommy. It's so creepy.
Oh yeah, that was messed up.
She was an amazing actress in this movie too. Betsy Palmer was fantastic.
Yes.
She's and she actually hated this movie.
Really?
She never understood why this movie got so popular.
Brandon, this Halloween, we're gonna go riding around town, just so you can watch people's reactions of me dressed up like Jason, driving in my Jeep with literally the like on loop, like blasting out of the Jeep speakers, just slowly driving around the town, and going in businesses. Like, dude, I love this. I need to get a better mask though.
I was just gonna say we need to get you a better Jason
This
mask
is a
first.
crappy cheap mask, and then I got a paint pen, and did all this, and anyways, yeah. So,
All right, well,
maybe.
thank you for joining me again on Tyler's First Time. You can follow me at YT Gorekeeper for all your horror stuff. Also in the works, I'm going to be doing a new series. I think we've talked about it on this channel before, but I'm doing a series now where I have other YouTubers come on, and we're doing remakes versus the originals. And so the first episode is going to be on Castle Freak, which I've previously announced. There's a 1995 version and a 2020 version. So I'll announce it right here right now. My special guest for that will be That Fat Samurai Guy again. He'll be back on the channel. We'll be discussing that. That should be coming sometime next week at some point. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and also probably another pickup video within the next week or two.
Can't
And
wait.
that's all I got.
All right. Well, Thanks a lot, Gorekeeper. This is Tyler. This was my first time watching Friday the 13th, and also my first time in my car watching a horror movie. So we hit two birds with one stone here, and I don't know if I'm going to try to watch a movie in the car again, but it just had to happen this way. So
Yeah.
anyways, yeah. Thanks, guys. Stay tuned. There'll be a lot more.
Yes.
And we'll talk to you later.
See ya.